Hello everybody, I am out with Bluey, our chocolate lab. He is not in command right now. This is not acceptable for heel, but I did want to start this video by showing you, even if he is not in command and you are holding the leash and walking him, he still should not be allowed to pull on it. Just being out of command is not a free-for-all to drag everybody around. And the way that we train this is you're holding the leash. If you would allow the leash to get tight, you click the e-collar button. Okay, and then every time he allows the leash to get tight, you repeat that. Soon enough, you'll get this result where he says, I'm not going to allow the leash to get tight. I'm not in heel, but I'm also not dragging people around. And so many people would be so happy with this walk right here, even if it's not a perfect heel, just because they're not being dragged around. Good boy. All right, everybody, now I have him in a heel. I hope you can hear me. It's very windy out. Now I've tapped my tone and said heel, which means you're in a command, which means you're walking next to and slightly behind my left leg. When you look down at your dog in heel, you should see their head in this nice imaginary circle. Think of it like a strike zone in baseball, next to your left knee. If his head leaves that position, whether it goes too far forward, down to the ground, too far to the left, or too far behind you, you're clicking your e-collar. He holds himself accountable staying there because he knows he wants to avoid the e-collar click, right? Good job. So when he's in the right position, he's getting nothing but praise. So it's the contrast that keeps this successful, right? So he's losing me, so watch this. He's gonna find me. There he is, good job. Notice I kept moving and I'm letting the collar give the talking, give the information to the dog and have him fix it. I'm not gonna go grab the leash and pull him back into position, okay? So we are in constant communication, whether I like his position or I don't. If I don't, I'm gonna let him know. So right here I'm clicking, see how it speeds him up? Good boy. Good job. It's hard. It's mentally hard for him to keep himself there when he's used to being crazy on the walk and all over the place. So that's why we really need to be clear with him with our e-collar on whether or not we like what he's doing. After a couple clicks, like you saw, usually he's better. What a good boy. This is a perfect heel. This is a really perfect heel. I can go any pace, any direction. If I'm running, he'll heel with me when I'm running. If your grandma's walking him really slow, he should heel really slow, right? We can test it like this. This is me walking slow, and this is me running. See? His whole job is to follow my knee. So, heel's feeling pretty good. Let's test out some of his stationary commands really quickly. Let's see what happens if I stop. Good boy. He puts himself in a sit. Good job. Let me be very clear and tell him stay and walk away. Stay. If he does not stay, we say NO and we click the collar, okay? It's that accountability that is keeping this all successful. I just love that he's putting himself in a down. We worked really hard on the down command. It's something that he really pushed back on, and now he's actually doing it on his own as a coping skill because stay is very hard for him. But I just can't stress enough how important this is, how if he does not listen or if he makes a mistake, you have to click that button and you have to follow through. Good boy. So the down stay, obviously, you can use anywhere and everywhere as long as somebody is holding him accountable. If he doesn't think anyone's holding him accountable, he will not hold it. Even if he thinks he's getting a treat, it'll just be for that treat and then he'll pop right back up. You've got to be clicking your e-collar to hold him accountable for that stay. If he thinks he's being held accountable, he can do this at sporting games, outside cafes, your front yard, your living room. It's really, 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 really solid. Okay, so that downstay looks good. All right, let's test out his recall. Recall is the come command. We do with the tone. You tap this button right here. It beeps by his ear. He's trained to come to the person calling him. So we're gonna pair that with the verbal praise as he's on his way. And then he should come and stay in front of me. Good boy. Oh, look at that state of mind. He just put his chin down to the ground. It's telling me he's completely settled and calm. He's not anticipating anything, and he'll be there until I release him or give him another command. All right, come. Oh, good boy. Good boy, Bluey. Bam, perfect position, sits right in front of me. It does not get better than that. Good boy, Bluey. I want to show you guys one more thing before we release him. I'm going to show you how to get him into the heel. All right, so you're going to be standing on his right. You're going to say the word heel, which is the command for walk, and you're going to tap your tone a couple times. Bluey, heel. Tap the tone a couple times, start walking, he locks in. If he shoots past you, you're gonna click the stim button, get him back to heel. Now, let's do our favorite thing ever. We're gonna release him. Stay, give him that stay command. He puts himself in a down. It's very hard for him, and we're gonna release him. Hey, Bluey, break, good job, buddy, good boy. All right, we are about to go back in the house. Another thing we've worked really hard on is our thresholds. So he sees an open door and assumes he already has to wait for permission. He doesn't just bolt through. All right, so notice I step in first. Bluey, he looks over at me. Break, let's go, buddy, good boy. Then once we come back from a walk, we don't just unclip the leash and let him freely roam the house. We're gonna come in and we're gonna put him on place. So here's how we get him on place. We're gonna use our recall. Come, point, place. Good job, buddy. Notice I back away. If he were to follow me off the bed, I would click no on my e-collar, the black S button. Keep clicking it until he gets back on, then release it. Okay, but we've practiced this, so he gets on and he automatically lays down and assumes he'll be there until we release him. This place bed is meant for duration, so long periods of time where you need him to be calm. Maybe the kids are doing homework. Maybe you guys are eating a meal together. You don't want him stealing food. This is where he should be. It is a middle ground between kennel and all chaos, walking around the house stealing food. This keeps him calm. Okay, so we're gonna leave him here for a little while, and then when it's time to do the next thing, we're gonna release him.